What's happening, everybody? Jay Shocklast here, and man, oh man, E3 has come and gone with a vengeance and fury, and leaving us with lots to talk about. If you're like me, you get pumped up for E3. You get to see the future of gaming, whether it be hardware, software, and everything in between. In this case, this E3 was no different. There were lots of really cool announcements. Some games we'd already seen before. I think it goes without saying that the biggest and most exciting game for probably most of us was the announcement from Insomniac Games during the PlayStation conference for the PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man game. So that's right, Beanox is out. Their Spider-Man series is over. We've known that for a little while. We didn't know what was going to happen next. So here comes Insomniac, and they put out an absolutely gorgeous trailer. Right now we're looking at the two major screenshots that were released, and I have to say I'm really excited for the game, but I've got a lot of thoughts on my mind. Now, if you only own a PlayStation, you are reveling right now because this is a big get for them. Having an exclusive like this is nothing short of a great business move for Sony. And I have two PlayStations, and it's not going to affect me at all. I'll be able to buy it and play it to my heart's content, and I will be doing that. This was my favorite game of the show. I mean, it looks incredible, and I'm stoked. But I think it's a bad precedent to set. It's just, this is the type of franchise that should not be exclusive. And I think it's really unfortunate that Marvel made this decision because what they're effectively doing is they're leaving out the Xbox community, the Wii and Nintendo community, and the PC community. Like, a huge chunk of their fan base are basically being left out. Now, I understand the whole purpose of having a game like this be exclusive is to entice people to, buy PlayStation 4s. That's fine. I understand that, but I feel like when you're a third-party studio, I feel like it's just not right, Like, they found a good studio to make the game, and by all accounts, Insomniac is going to do an incredible job. I mean, it looks amazing. It really does, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. But, I just feel really cheated in this because, I feel like the fans are being cheated, and it's Spider-Man is such a transcendent franchise, and it would be like as if the Batman Arkham series was an exclusive to one of the consoles. If you're a first-party studio, then I get it, like, that's fine. But when a third-party studio put a game out like this, like Titanfall, trust me, I'm an Xbox guy, obviously. I prefer the Xbox over the PlayStation. I think it's a substantially better, product all the way around. And, with the One S and the Scorpio coming out, it's even going to get better. With that said, I'm in a position where I own both consoles. And not only do I own both consoles, I own two of each console. And not many people are in that position. There's a lot of people that have to choose one or the other. And there are people that chose Nintendo. There are people that chose Xbox. There are people that chose, just to keep, putting into their PC. And you're locking all of these people out. And, with Titanfall, as a Xbox guy, sure, I thought it was great to have a game that great on the console, especially at launch, when PlayStation didn't have as good a selection to work with. So sure, but I always kind of felt like it belonged on both consoles and PC. Like, it's such a great game, and it's unfortunate that they're limiting the access that it has for people, and it shouldn't be like that. I really feel like, look, it's their business decision. I hate it when Lego does it with PlayStation, where they do all the DLC exclusive. I hate it. you know, when Call of Duty was doing it with Xbox, where, you know, they were getting the DLC like 30 days in advance. It's just, you're basically telling one segment of your fan base that you're not good enough, you know, or buy this or else. And it's just not you know, if Marvel is going to take a franchise like Spider-Man and make a video game for it, they really should make it accessible to everybody. And I guess that's my biggest point about it. Now, when it comes to the game itself, like, honestly, like I said, it looks completely amazing. Like, I'm stoked for it. And, you know, the costume, I think, for a lot of us kind of took us, you know, off guard right away because it's such a different costume. So it's growing on me. It looks great. I liked it. There was never a point where I said I don't like it. So, you know, there's not really a lot to really go on other than a short, you know, minute-long trailer, and we see the costumes. So, you know, we don't know who the villains are gonna be. We don't know anything. One thing that did catch my eye is, you know, this is a completely original story and a completely, you know, its own universe. So that confuses me a little bit. As far as the story, especially where Marvel just did this big event where everything is supposed to kind of, you know, be one again, you know? So I'm intrigued to see what happens. Obviously, one of the big signature staples of Spider-Man series are all the costumes. So I'm sure that, you know, the costume we see is not going to be the only one you can get. I'm sure there are going to be other costumes at some point. And I'll certainly have videos showing you how to get them once it's out. No release date yet, but I would imagine sometime, you know, this time next year. So we're not really that close to it. I watched some of their interviews after the PlayStation show, and they were completely non-committal. They did not want to talk about a release date yet. So we'll have to wait and see there. Who do you guys want to see as some bad guys? I would love to see... I kind of feel like I'd like to just see them go back to the basics. I'd love to see some rivalry with Green Goblin. I'd love to see him look like classic Green Goblin and not, you know, just this weird, you know, shell of, I don't know, like this weird armored up Green Goblin, or, you know, a more realistic Green Goblin, you know. I wouldn't even mind if they had Hobgoblin in it. I wanted to go with Venom, but I feel like that's been done to death, and right now Venom is not the Venom we all kind of remember. You know, Venom is Flash Thompson now. So, like, if it's going to be Venom, it has to be, like, Eddie Brock Venom. I don't know. I mean, I think there's an opportunity to have a lot of different characters and villains in the game. I kind of don't want to see Kraven. I mean, I always wouldn't mind seeing Carnage, but I feel like Carnage and Kraven were just in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I could live without them being in the game. But yeah, I mean, I open up to you. What do you guys think? I'm sure there are a lot of you that are heartbroken that it's only on PlayStation. You know, obviously, it is what it is, but I think it's a poor decision that Marvel made. I don't fault PlayStation for doing it. I don't fault Insomniac Games for doing it. Like, they're doing their job, but from a Marvel perspective, I think they should have chose better. But that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Love to know what you think, and we'll catch you later. See ya.